Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to a video on the Pumpkindome Marathon. This race is absolutely insane. You've never seen a race like this before. Introducing the Pumpkindome Marathon. This time you'll need to complete more laps than ever to get the super powerful Lord Pumpseed. Let me tell you, he is super powerful. He's so exclusive, you can't ever, capital ever, buy him or craft two of him. This is your only, capital only, chance. So, I don't know how accurate that is. And I say this because I think back to the VIP monsters. I think back to Scar the Outcast. When he was initially released, for any of you OG players, you would remember there was actually a countdown where only 1,000 units of Scar the Outcast was ever going to be available. And he was super exclusive, right? Like if you weren't one of the 1,000 people to purchase him, you would never have a chance to purchase him. And then eventually he was available to everyone to purchase, and then eventually they became breedable, and every once in a while they become breedable, and so forth. So I don't know if this really will be like the only time ever in the history of Monster Legends to be able to purchase this monster. I feel like maybe in the future there'll be a special chest, like in memory of the Pumpkindome Marathon, where you have a chance to purchase him. But at the same time, like considering how difficult this race is, it actually would be kind of nice if it was always exclusive, and it wasn't just purchasable in a chest or something. Because let me tell you, the players that actually get this monster ranked up and everything, they work their butts off. Because again, this marathon is ridiculous. Anyhow, let's keep reading. He's the fastest fire control monster ever. This is accurate. Well, he's actually tied with Warmaster Barbell. They both have 3575 base speed at level 100. And he's a great denial. Lots of control skills, cooldown activated as well. Yeah, he uses Corrupted, Mega Corrupted, cooldown activation to control his enemies, amongst other horrific tricks. Remember, no elemental or elementium. Cells are non-shareable. Are you ready? So you can't use elementium, you can't use elemental cells, you can't trade cells. The only way to rank up this monster is to use his own individual cells. Which begs the question, how do we get this monster to rank 5 if this is the only chance to get him? So I'm hoping that even if players, let's say players get him at rank 3, I'm hoping they make offers available to players that have this monster to be able to get more additional cells. Because if we can't trade, if we can't use elementium or elemental cells, how are we going to rank him up to rank 5 where we can utilize this monster at its fullest potential? And actually, as soon as the race is over, there are going to be a chance to purchase additional cells, so we'll talk about that. So, new marathon rewards. Oh, well, actually, we'll talk about it right now. In the Pumpkindome Marathon, you'll get some insane rewards. While you race, you can pick up keys to unlock super deals. The better the key, the better the chest it will open. They're one time only. Another one-time only thing. So don't miss out the opportunity to get top monster cells. And that's not all. As you reach different labs, you'll collect time-limited and permanent avatars along the way. Update to get them all. So let's click on the chest shop and let's talk about that. So actually, we should probably come back to this so I can explain it in full detail what it all means. So if I click on the Grand Prix, this is the marathon. So it's a race marathon. And take a look at we are currently on lap 17. Take a look at some of these. So a Halloween monster, it needs to be a Halloween water monster. 5 members craft 1 level 3 rune. Oh, that's easy enough. I believe I have one ready. See, I'm always ready to go. Alright, got that done. But yeah, joint effort. All players contribute as much as they can to breed 9 monsters. First member hatched 61 monsters. Guys, I'm going to show you some screenshots or some actual video of some of the crazy nodes we've had to do. And I'm talking about early on. It's like one player must hatch 29 uncommon monsters. Must hatch like 31 rare monsters. And then so many times is it a one for all. One player must hatch 60 monsters, 51 monsters, 61 monsters. It is so insane. And like, part of me doesn't get it because it kind of feels like you need to have a player on 24/7 to just do those one-for-all quests, and it's not really fun. So like, what I like about races is that it's a great way to get a ranked up monster for relatively, how do I say this? There's not a lot of cost associated in terms of gems, but there's a lot of time devoted in terms of playtime. But when it's like this one, first member to hatch 61 monsters, assuming you do like a Treezar, I mean. A Treezar is 15 seconds. And let's say you have all your hatchery open and you just buy, sell. So you can do, it takes too long. it takes too long and it's not fun. So I wish SocialPoint was able to come up with some quests that were a lot more fun. Like, I don't mind doing the PvP. The PvP is fun, but I mean, a lot of us just have tricks to put an easy, weak defense team and just win really fast. Yeah, so it's just, racing is weird because it's not necessarily fun, especially when it's just a bunch of like, it's literally like the hatch, it's literally a bunch of this. Oh, sell, breed, repeat, wait for that to hatch, sell, repeat, or just buy directly from the shop. So it's kind of boring in that regard, but again, great way to get rewards. But yeah, going on to this race, let's look at the rewards. Take a look at all of these different lap requirements. So we passed the 15 mark. We have our Lord Pumpseed secured at unranked, and we also have a bronze key. So we can talk about those. Depending at every stage, so at 15 laps you get a bronze key. Let's go up. Where is the other key? Oh my, oh wait, is that the only key? So is this the other one? Contains one bronze key and a candy token. Contains a bronze key. What the heck, I thought you get silver keys. Oh, there's the silver key. Contains a silver key, so at 60 laps, you get a silver key and you get the bronze key. At 70 laps, you still get a silver key. At 85 laps, that's when you get your gold key. So 85 for a gold key, and you also get your rank 4. Oh my. Okay, so 85 if you want that gold key, and we'll talk about why you really want that gold key. But scrolling back down, unranked, you need 15 laps. This is opposed to the usual 10 we're used to. If you want rank 1, you're gonna need, let me scroll back down, you're gonna need 25 laps. And at rank 1, you do get one of your evolving traits. You get tough. At rank 2, you need 40 laps. And then at rank 3, and at rank 3 is pretty cool because you get the status caster minor blind to the enemy. You need 60 laps. And then rank 4, where's rank 4 at? You need your 85 laps. And I feel like this will be what a lot of players are going to strive for. Like, obviously, ideally, everyone would love to get 125, but that is insane. But I think 85 is what a lot of players will go for. Especially for that golden key, right? The golden key and the rank 4 more than anything, especially because his cells are so exclusive and hard to get. But yeah, if you go up 10 laps, you basically get an additional, for every 10 more laps you do, you get an additional 100 cells. So from 85 to 95, you get 100 more cells, and then from 95, oh actually 15 more, you get 200 cells, and then if you do 15 more and get 125, you get the grand prize of 300 cells, right? Awesome. And let's see, I believe at 85 you already get, yeah, you get the Lord Pumpseed, and this will last forever, so everyone will know you are the king of the marathon. Alright, so these are the lap rewards. So this, your whole team gets it if you reach that number of laps. Let's talk about the position rewards. These you will get depending on where your team places overall. So this is when you look at teams over here, and depending what place your team gets, you will get rewards. So if the race was to end right now, and because Armageddon Lions is in first place, every single teammate would get 150 cells, which again will help to rank up. So ideally, right, in an ideal situation, if you get 125 laps, you get your 300, and then if you're in first place, you get an additional 150, so you have 450 cells at that point. And then there's the individual reward. The individual reward is where you compete against your teammates. And so, for example, right now Tom is in first place. If the race was to end, he would get an additional 40 cells and also one golden relic chest. So he would get the 40, the 150, and the 300. Assuming like the absolute best possible situation, still not enough to get your Lord Pumpseed to rank 5. But this is where the keys come in. So let's talk about those. So if we click on the chests, this is how it works. Once you reach that lap to unlock the key, at the end of the race, you'll get the key, and with that key you can purchase different chests. So assuming I get a bronze key, it'll cost me 299 gems, and I'll be able to get 25 cells. How expensive is that? You're paying 300 gems for only 25 cells. Keep in mind, Monster Cell Week, we spend what, 14 gems is it? Or I already forgot, 20 gems for 28 cells or something crazy. So here you're paying 300 gems for 25. If you're fortunate enough to get a silver key, you only have to pay 229, so you save 70 gems for those 25. If you're fortunate enough to get the gold key, you only pay 200 or 199 gems for those 25. If you want to use all of your keys, you're going to be spending, what is it, 300 and 500, 500, 750 minus 3, 747 gems to get 75 cells. And then I'm trying to figure out, is that enough? Oh, by the way, this one will give you a level 10 rune for 325, which is the best price of gems you can use for level 10 rune. So that's awesome. But I should do the math. Like, is that even enough to get Lord Pumpseed all the way to rank 5? So let's find out. Let us click once again on here. And let's see. So Lord Pumpseed, assuming the best case scenario, once again, you get your 300. Alright, so you have him rank 4, then you get your 300. And then you get your 150, that's 450. And then you get your 40, that's... what is that? I already lost count again. So 300, 450, 450 and 40, that's 490 and 75. That's like 565. That's not enough to get a monster at rank 5, because I believe you need a lot more than that. Wow. Okay, but look, here's a good example. Joint effort. All players contribute as much as they can to rank 48 uncommon. My goodness, that is just, it's a monotonous work. Like, I can do it, right? I have a lot of uncommons. They're ranking up, but it's a lot of wait time. 15 seconds. And yeah, if all the teammates helps and contributes, it's a lot easier. But again, that requires a lot of players to get on. It's just a bunch of work that takes a long time. So again, the rewards are great and all. It's not that necessarily that fun. Always remember to call one for all. So let's see, can I feed one for all, or somebody wants? It's okay, go ahead. Go for it. So Xero can take the one for all. I could also probably do it myself, but it doesn't matter who gets the points right now, to be honest. We're just trying to finish everything, get as far as we can. So good thing the weekend is coming up, so we can just do as much as possible. But yeah, I'm just gonna work on ranking up my uncommon, my greenosars. But yeah, that's very strange to me. If we can't buy Lord Pumpseed cells, and this is not enough to get him rank 5, how are players gonna get him rank 5? And again, this is assuming your team gets the first place and gets 150 cells, and this is assuming you're first place on your own. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I missed something. I gotta take a look and make sure everything is all right. But based on what I added, again, it doesn't make sense. What we're gonna do now, in the background, I'm gonna be ranking up my greenosars. I have so much. I have an army of them here. Let me actually show you my monster wall. It's insane. Oh, one thing I did, I spent one Saturday just hatching and extracting a bunch, and I mean a bunch of pandakins and greenosars. So take a look at this. It's insane. Uncommon. Look at all of those cells I have. I'm like, I am going to be ready for the race. And then if you look at my pandakin, I have 3,691, and that's only because I used up so much ranking up. And watch, rank. So I have a lot of these rank 1 pandakins now, and I thought it'd be funny if I just took a few of them all the way to rank 5. So I actually have 2 rank 5 pandakins, which, as you know, is really, really, really expensive to do. But yeah, I had like, I think I started off with like 8,000 cells. It was basically, I think I was just watching a movie or something, and I kept clicking breed and extract and over and over and over again, and before I knew it, it was insane. Watch. Sort by rare. Look at all those pandakins. Where's my rank 5 pandakins? There you are. Rank 5 pandakin, another rank 5 pandakin. Alright, but I'm probably going to extract those and get something back. And here's me just doing the fun that is extracting, I mean ranking up uncommon monsters. So it's a good idea to have an arsenal army of these monsters. Let me know in the comments below, would you guys be down to do like a live stream where we just race, I guess? You know, the exciting race. I guess I can just do a bunch of Q&A, answer a lot of questions, maybe do some friendly battles when there is no node I could actually do. Would you guys be down for that, or would that be not something you want to see because it's kind of boring? Because it's literally it'd literally be me doing this over and over and over again. But yeah, but with that being said, here, let me pop up the SocialPoint forums because there is some stuff I want to talk about, some of their update section that talks a little more about the Pumpkindome Marathon event. Alright, so here we have it. Forget racing, it's time to compete in a marathon, a one-off event for the Halloween season. So this is important because if you think SocialPoint is changing the races to be like this forever, No, that's not the case. They're actually only doing it for the Halloween event, supposedly. You know, we never know, right? Anything can happen. But according to them, this is a one-time event for a special Halloween event for this amazingly massive, incredible monster. So fight for the only chance to get the super powerful monster, Lord Pumpseed. He can hold his own even amongst Warmasters. I would argue to say he's probably even better than the Warmasters. Like, I think undoubtedly, Thalassa, she takes the lead, right? She's the best monster in the game. Ragnarök and Charizard, they are top tier Warmasters. But I don't know, I feel like I could argue that Pumpkindome, if I had to pick between Thalassa and Pumpkindome, I feel like I would take Pumpkindome. If I had to choose, yeah, I really feel like if I had to choose between Ragnarök or Charizard or Thalassa or this monster, I feel like I would rather take this monster fully ranked and everything. I just feel like his skills are superior. I feel like his traits are on a whole different level. Having True Vision, having immunity, having the minor status caster at the start of the battle, it's game changing. It's crazy. So let's see, Lord Pumpseed, I kind of talked about this. He's the fastest fire control monster. In order to deal damage, so here's the cool thing about this monster. You can run him with a bunch of team speed holders and you can still win even if you don't have an attacker. And that's because he has a lot of torture. He can burn, ignite, bleed, nightmares. He can do 3-chain death countdown, so you don't even need teammates. Again, you don't need an attacker. You can run a bunch of supports. You can run a bunch of turn transfers. You can run trade disabled to prevent anticipation from kicking in. You can just keep denying. If you're facing a worm lad, you can trade disable him. You can activate his cooldowns. You can actually corrupt him because you have a skill that can. You would literally have a skill that is anti-dodge area monsters. You have a skill that is anti-megaton monsters. That's how powerful this monster is. He's anti-meta essentially. So darn powerful. Let's keep going. Who would in turn be protected by Lord Pumpseed? Area trait. Oh yeah, so he has a area 3-turn death countdown that attacks the enemy and yourself, but because you actually have an immunity to death countdown and sudden death, so it doesn't even hurt your team. And this is another good thing because quite a few monsters have been released with an instant chance, like 100% chance to kill an enemy. Well, even if they do their ults, their 100% chance to instant kill you won't work thanks to your trait. So it's a way to protect you. He has the evolving trait Gravedigger, so he's immune to corruption himself. And there's that instant death I talked about. Oh yeah, he gets tough, so aside from being automatically immune to corruption, he has a 35% chance to not get hit with any negative effect. So 35% chance to not get stunned, to not get frozen, to not get any sort of DOT. A minor blind I talked about too, that's beautiful. And let's see, yeah, rank 5 he gets the optimum trait for any control monster, True Vision, and that's because you basically do not miss, right? Even if you're facing a monster that has like Bulwark, Hardened, Tough, everything stacked, True Vision, and then when he has stuff that can like double possess, oh my gosh, this monster can remove positive effects and then mega possess or mega corruption. He's on a whole different level. Let's see, he's so exclusive you won't be able to get him anywhere else in the game. Rank him up with Elementium or Elemental Cells, donate or even have more than one of him. So you can only have one. And so these are his rank 4 skills, which I think this is one of the few monsters that I would legitimately always keep his rank 4 skills because they are so darn good. They are, again, on a whole different level. Again, like, look at it. Fear itself applies a 3-turn death countdown to one enemy. So even if it's a dodge area monster, 3-turn death countdown activates all cooldowns on all enemies. So everyone gets hit with cooldown activated, and you even apply bleed. So some extra torture aside from the fact that they're already going to be denied. The honking. This is a meta skill. It's very similar to Thalassa. It's very similar to Dragar. Dragar can remove positive effects, trade disable, and stun. Thalassa can remove positive effects, trade disable, and mega freeze. Obviously, Thalassa's is superior. Although, because this is single target, you know, it even helps against... Yeah, Thalassa's is superior. But this is just, it's great to single target. One added benefit this has is that, unlike Thalassa that freezes and Dragar that stuns, you actually corrupt, which is great because you can literally target the strongest monster on the enemy team, and you can possess them for a turn. So even if it's a Ragnarök, doesn't matter what they have, Bulwark is going to disappear. If it's a Wormlad, his dodge area is going to disappear. You can possess him, so then that Wormlad can attack his own team, maybe buff you or something. Same with Ragnarök. So I feel like even though Thalassa has the Mega Freeze, being able to corrupt, like single target corrupt whoever you want, is pretty darn powerful. On top of that, you also burn the enemy. So not only does he possess, he's also like, I'm gonna burn you. It's crazy. Heyman Ghost Carnival. This skill is on a whole different level. Applies a random torture skill to all enemies. Okay, so everyone gets a random torture. Removes positive effects from one enemy. Notice the sequence. It's AoE, random torture, then remove positive effects, and then single corruption, and then AoE corruption. What this means is that if there is a monster that has megatons, if there's a Dunraw on the enemy field, this is what's going to happen. This is the breakdown. The Dunraw will get 3 random torture skills, then the Dunraw will lose its megatons, then the Dunraw will get hit with corruption, and then the whole team will get hit with corruption. So you literally bypass megatons with Heyman Ghost Carnival. That's how powerful this is. You completely bypass. It's crazy. And against a dodge area monster like Wormlad, in this case, Wormlad would not get hit with the random torture because he has dodge area. He would lose any positive effect he has, and that single corruption will take effect, so he will get corrupted, and then the AoE corrupted will take effect, and Wormlad will dodge that because he still has dodge area, but then his allies would get corrupted. And if you have True Vision, it'll always land. So phenomenal. And against a regular monster that doesn't have, let's say you don't have True Vision, and you use this on a regular monster that doesn't have dodge area, doesn't have megatons, well then it's just double corruption, so higher likelihood to land. Sons of Witches, this is so darn powerful. It's basically, think of Gorg. When Gorg got released, he had a skill that can remove positive effects and AoE stun everyone, and that was like game breaking. This is basically that on steroids. Removes positive effects and applies Mega Corrupted and Ignite. So Lord Pumpseed he's like more than just possess and deny and control. He's like, I also want to apply a little torture to you. I want to ignite you. I want to burn you. So he's undoubtedly so darn powerful. That's Lord Pumpseed, everyone. Great skills. And these are the lap rewards that we kind of went over before. So I guess I should mention 4 laps gives you a monster face, not worth it. 8 laps gives you Rador, definitely not worth it. He does have the highest power in the game, but yeah, definitely not worth it. And then 15 laps, I think that should be ideal for everyone, since this is your only chance to get Lord Pumpseed. Even if you get him unranked, I think you should definitely get him, right? Do everything in your effort to get Lord Pumpseed, to complete those 15 laps, just so you can have him, right? Having him in its own way is a bragging right. And then up until lap, I think we talked about this, up until lap 55, you will get a bronze key. Yeah, so we already talked about that. No need to go over that again. Let me click over here. These are his stats and everything. Here is his lore. We should go over his lore. SocialPoint puts a lot of time into the lore, so we should go over it. So, in the run of Halloween, Necromancer was rummaging through the old scriptures, locked away in Count Vlad's dust-ridden library. Sick of pretending to play by the rules, he searched for a spell to put an end to Count's reign once and for all. He stumbled across just the thing, written in an almost unintelligible calligraphy, were the steps to bring back a monster so powerful, if he were controlled correctly and made to serve Necromancer, nothing could stop them. Who? Lord Pumpseed. Only the most feared fire control monster to have ever existed, renowned for his merciless tortures and ability to corrupt anyone that stands before him. All Necromancer needed was a simple list of 3 ingredients. For a task so apparently easy, in order to erase all trace of his involvement, were it to fail, he ordered the only 2 abiding Heyman to do the dirty work. Oh, good old Heyman. The first 2 ingredients were provided, an enhanced chain to ensure the resurrection beast would be obedient forever, and a suitable tire for such a horrific creation. Everything about the plan seemed to fit into a perfect place, as the third and final ingredient was a rotten pumpkin, which Heyman, if you all recall, always carries, right? When I made my little troll video on Heyman, I'm like, look, he has Pumpseed's head. Something Heyman, oh wait, that's actually the lore. Something Heyman had carried for as long as he could remember. The 3 components had to be thrown together into the bottomless well hid behind Count Vlad's castle at midnight, when the moon was at its highest on All Hallows Eve. Surely enough, when the night arrived, Heyman crept through the shadows and found the well where the spell would be cast. First, he threw down the enchanted chain and clothing. Then he paused briefly to bid farewell to the rotten pumpkin. But suddenly, bang! How could a bottomless well make such a sound? It's bottomless, remember? Realizing he must have gone to the wrong one, oh Heyman scurried nervously around the land, and sure enough saw a second well. He no longer had the chain or clothing, oh no, for the spell. Would it work? Without thinking, he grabbed his dirty hanky and a stick and threw the pumpkin into the correct well. Necromancer's plan backfired enormously. As the castle clock struck 12, Lord Pumpseed rose from the depths of the well, dressed almost comically unchained. The foolish Heyman. I guess we can all thank Heyman for this super powerful, overpowered monster. Thank you, Heyman. Heyman had managed to bring back to life one of the most powerful monsters with nothing forcing him to obey Necromancer's order. And so this is the origin story, the birth of Lord Pumpseed. And yeah, I guess it's essentially Heyman's creation, right? He was carrying the Pumpseed all along. So guys, with that being said, actually let me show you my progress before I end. We're probably on a new node by now. Click on the Grand Prix. Yep, look at this. All members contribute as much as they can to rank 9 winged. Okay, actually, I have advice to everyone for this one. For the ranking up a winged, very easy. Do common. Oh, I don't have. Darn it. You're supposed to do Thunder Eagle. Oh, I know why. Because this Thunder Eagle is here. Thunder Eagle takes. I believe you can skip it for 2 gems. That's all it costs. Just 2 gems, and you should be able to very quickly rank up Thunder Eagle. But yeah, let me just show you my progress. So I was ranking up a bunch of Greenosars. Look at that. I got a rank 4, a rank 3, a bunch of rank 2s. So I got to extract these all now and focus on hatching more new ones. Yeah, it's, again, the race reward. This monster is meta. He's on a whole different level. Super exhausting though, but it's kind of cool that in one day my team was able to get almost 20 laps. Honestly, the day's not even over. There's 7 days left. There's 7 hours left in the day, so maybe we can hit 20 laps. And like I said, the weekend is coming up. We have Saturday and Sunday to work. If you guys want to see a live stream of me just racing on both of my teams, maybe we can do that. And we can just do some friendly battles when there's nothing, when we're just waiting on nodes and everything. Yeah. I think with that being said, that is going to be it for this Pumpkindome Marathon event. Best of luck to all of you in this event. Let me know in the comments below how many laps. You know what? Let me know what team you're in, and let me know how many laps are you going for. Let me know what has your team decided on. Are you going to get them at rank 1, rank 2, rank 3? Are you comfortable doing 85 laps, getting them at rank 4? Or are you going all the way for the 125? Are you going to try to get the first position and those extra 150? I think first and second place is fine. Like, if you're going to battle out for first place, maybe those 30 extra cells aren't worth it. But then at the same time, like, supposedly they cost a lot, right? Like 25 cells is like an additional 300 gems, so maybe it is worth it. But again, I did the math. I don't think I can. If you guys please correct me. I did the math, and I don't think it's even possible to get 670 cells to rank them up to rank 5. So unless I'm missing something, let me know in the comments below. And while you're in there, throw in the Legends Pass. Are you interested in the Legends Pass? Are you purchasing it? Did you already purchase it? Check this out. Open chest. Open 100 chests. I told everyone there was going to be a time when me hoarding all my chests would actually come in handy. This is the time. I can easily skip to like this, to almost the extracting time boost. If I had the Legends Pass, actually, that would come in handy. But I don't, so I'm just going to go for the monster, the new monster. But yeah, guys, with that being said, again, that is all. Let me know in the comments below, all thing Monster Legends related. And make sure to watch my videos on Lord Pumpseed. Watch the exclusive first leg at level 100, at level 130. And also watch my video. It's not released yet, but I will release it. Where I brought Lord Pumpseed and I took him up against the most meta bases in Monster Legends. I increased my trophies so I could fight bases like this, where it's a bunch of 130 Ragnaroks, bunch of 130 Wormlads, Izals, Hornets, and so I took him out and he performed phenomenally. So that video will be coming out very soon. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all next time.